Hello everyone! So you may have seen my last video. I did a tier list on plus sized elf. Long story short, I was a bit too much and it's been marked as adult only. So this is going to be a much more family friendly version where we're going to use euphemism and editing to get around that, so you still get the same answers in a much shorter format, and you get to watch the video and I get to make it. But if you want the original video, click the link in the description. That's where it's a lot more, well, as YouTube would put it now, adult orientated. So a lot more in the way of lewdness. I use the proper language I actually want to, and you get to see the full thing. This will be a much more edited, friendly quote-unquote version. Because of YouTube's decision to make me have to do this, really, so you can actually see it, because it won't get recommended otherwise. We're going to do a little thing where we go like this and like this, because we're angry at YouTube today. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's get this video made, really, because I want to run you through them, give you my reasons why. But yeah, if you want the full reasons, go to the other video. So we'll start off by adding Mira. So Mira is a mermaid. She's great. She is not as she doesn't have as many assets as everyone else. She's a bit on the Gura scale, where she is a bit smaller, a bit flatter than everyone else, but she's fun, she's happy, she's always up for a good time. She loves to sing as well. She's a fisherman because she eats fish, because she's a mermaid. Go with it. She's always nice. She's got a little sailor hat on. We're putting this on a scale of anything above C is stuff that we love. Anything below C is stuff that, if they were missing, we wouldn't be too cut up about it. So Miro, really nice, really good. We would hate to miss her. She doesn't. Well, she lacks in body. She makes up for in personality. She goes in B. So then we move on to this lovely lady in the V word killer. That is Kusa Hanada. She's a plant girl. When you give her water, she gets bigger, and she is Ara. Totally Ara. If you like that, she's the one for you. That's why she goes in A. Next up, Ogre. Ogre is like Ara but angrier. She is huge. She's built like the Alps, very mountainous, and she's she wears apple bottom jeans, if that means anything to you. So we love her. She's great to have around. Not entirely my thing, but I fully appreciate it. But I just love that softer nature from the plant girl more. So she goes in big. We're moving on to Riker. Riker is a werewolf. It's either Riker or Riker, depending on the translation. She is a werewolf, a lycanthrope, where she is obviously a dog quite a lot of the time, and then transforms into a girl. I'm not a huge fan of her. Physically fine, but the way she speaks, even when she's a human, is a bit too dumbed down for me. It feels like she's more dog than person, and it just feels a bit weird when she speaks in the third person and stuff like that. So I'd hate if she was gone, but she's not for me. Next up, totally other end of the scale, we have Oku, an orc, and she is adorable. This is the best orc I've ever seen. She's a bigger girl. Again, a bit like the Alps, very mountainous. But she also has a bit of a tummy, and she has pig ears, which who would have thought they could be adorable, but they totally are. Not enough cowgirls in this one, I tell you though. So she's an orc, but she's a bit dumb, she's a bit goofy, she falls for stuff, she's not very worldly, not much common sense, but she's very, very sweet. So what she makes up for in the personality, she makes up for in body, which is the interesting inverse. So we'll put her in C. It would be sad if she was gone. I really like her, but she's definitely not my favourite. Next up, so this is Kobo. She's a kobold, and spoilers, she is one of those 900-year-old girls. I'm not a fan of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it grey, add a row below, and we're going to call this row F. And she is going straight into it. No more discussion. Goodbye.
No hug for me?
Satero. So this is the satyr. Amazing. Cut to the chase. She has two forms. She wears lots of disguises, and they're really fun. Really low cut. She has devil horns, because she's a satyr. She feeds on your desire for food. Why did that sound great? I'll move on. And she's one of our darker skinned characters, but she also a lighter skin variant. She's got the two skins. She's usually in a maid outfit. She is perfect. She apple bottom jeans, the mountains, everything you want. Boom, S rank. Moving on. So this is Haneda. Haneda is a very odd one. She's actually an undead, but not in the way you think. She's not a zombie. This isn't Monster Musume. She's actually a skeleton. And this is sort of her spirit forming around her. And her spirit chose sweaters that are very well filled. She's barely in it, but she is there for the comedy. I'm not a huge fan of her. So she's not D, because she's still in C. D is way too far below her, but I don't think she belongs in B. She's not in it as much as you want. She's very, very cute, though. But she is just there for the very, very simple jokes. So yeah, if she was gone, you probably wouldn't notice, but I would actually miss her. Then we have Gonda. Gonda, I really don't like Gonda. I'm going to put my cards on the table. I don't like Gonda. She's built very well, but she's a bit too short. She speaks. She's a dragon, so she speaks telepathically. That's the thing for dragons. And yeah, she's not wearing clothes more than often than she is, but it's just not for me. She's a bit too close to the F scale for me, so she goes in D. Because if she was gone, I really wouldn't mind. She's kind of annoying. She's in the way more than anything. So then we move on to Hitomi. So Hitomi's a Cyclops. She's very much like Ogre. They're constantly sparring, constantly fighting, because one has to be the strongest. She does this whole cutesy thing where she's got the bangs, brackets fringe, on the front, and she has the bow, and she's just tries to be very sweet and gentle, but she's also massive and aggressive when she needs to be. As you can see, like she's like 2 Alps worth here. You could go skiing in this. But she's just not for me, to be honest. I think it's most of the fact she's a Cyclops. The idea that you can getting anywhere near to that horrible big eye would be like, like a dinner plate, and you could sort of see it would be so squishy. Again, see the whole video for all the reasons on all the girls, but that's the long and the short of it. That's the Cliff Notes version, and honestly, she doesn't do anything that our lovely our aggressive mommy doesn't do. So she goes in D. Honestly, she wasn't in it. I wouldn't even know, to be honest. But we'll move on to Ueda. Ueda is another elf. She is not Elfuda. She is Elfuda's aunt. So she's a very traditional elf, where she's not maternal like a lovely ogre. Sorry, she's not maternal like our lovely ogre. She's a bit more paternal in a way. She's very aggressive. She's about how elves need to be warriors, how she goes through a strict training regimen. She's very, very fit until she discovers ice cream, hence all the scars. But she's very no nonsense, and she knows exactly what she's doing. For those reasons, she goes in B. She deserves it. She's great, and she'd kick my ass if she was any lower. Who do we have next? Medusa. So Medusa's great. She is a Gorgon, turning you to stone with her eyes. Her and her sisters, it's a really good bit of the tier list video. There is a lot to say about these girls. They're not in it too much, but what you see of them is great. Medusa, really, ironically, my least favourite of the sisters, even though she's in there a lot more. Hopefully she's addicted to ramen. She loves to eat. She's got lovely little, like, what do you call them? Snake fangs in the front there. But she's also got a nice snake tattoo as well over there. But she just doesn't do much. She's just not in the way personality, where she's more of a foil for being goofy. She starts off obviously causing havoc like everyone does in every one of these sort of mangas, and then they become friends. It's like Dragon Ball, like the Vegeta arc. But she's just not there for me. She's obviously mountainous, fair, peach genes, maybe not apple bottom. But she just doesn't do it for me, which is weird, because we're going to move into her sister. This is her oldest sister, which is Satino, and she is amazing. Another one of the darker skinned characters, lovely purple hair, not as many. Her assets aren't as mountainous or as fruit sized as everyone else or her other sister. But she's just so good. Lovely eyeshadow, beautiful eyes, and just a strong personality in even the tiny segment she's actually in. So I'm going to put her in B, just she has such a strong visual style. A lot of these do float over to her other sister, Yuri. She's the younger of the older sisters, so she's older than her, but younger than her. And she's the opposite. She's very, very tall. Again, very mountainous, but very fit as well. These girls are big on fitness, because I guess snakes don't get fat. But she has a 6-pack, and yeah, she's just a fashionista, to be honest. These amazing lips, this purple hair, always in the sunglasses, like she is stunning on the page. So again, she goes in big. Don't forget, these are the same tiers as in the full video, so you're not missing out on anything. In fact, you're getting the Cliff Notes version, but you're not seeing the fun art. So we move on to our one human. Our one human in plus-sized elf that isn't the main character, because the main character is you, and I'm not going to put you in this plus-sized elf tier list because you belong in S, you handsome, or word I can't say. You handsome, lovely boys and girls out there. So she's our one human. She's the main character's boss. She is such a flirt. She loves to drink. She loves to party. You could go skiing on these things, and you could bouncy castle on this one. She is amazing, and she does. I'm putting her in B, and so not only B, A, because she does not get the love she appreciates. She needs more love. She's barely in it. I went back over through it. She's barely in it, but she's the most important character. She's so enabling. She loves these other girls. She loves that they come to her massage parlor and health studio. She loves going to the beach with them. It's brilliant, and she gets everyone in bikinis. She needs more love. So we move on to the main two. We're on to Elfuda. We're not making bars about this. She goes in S. She has everything. She is very top heavy. She is very fun. She loves to eat. She's very goofy, very funny, and just all round adorable. Lovely blonde, blue eyes, just so cute. Oh my god. Constantly quarrelling with our other dark elf, Curator, who is equally as adorable. And she is bottom heavy. So you have both sides of the coin. They constantly make fun of each other for not being able to lose weight in those certain areas. So you get to see a lot of the back and a lot of the front. And what's totally getting them up in the scale here is these. It's elf ears. Every time I'll wax lyrical in the full video, but hopefully this will pass YouTube's monetization checks. Look at this little YouTube spot there. Oh, lovely red eyes, white to purple hair. Absolutely, I love dark elves in this. So these three absolutely deserve to be in the top three. Perfection incarnate. And then we go down to absolute ara motherlies. Our quirky but fun. I do love them. They get the credit. And then they were gone, I wouldn't mind. So we'll draw that to a close. I'm sorry if you've heard wind and creaking through this video. Apparently I live on top of a mountain. Thank you again. Please do watch the full video. I'll put it in the description because I put a lot of work in, and I'll be honest, it's probably more visually interesting. So I wish you all a sweet goodbye. Look forward to the anime. Hopefully I'll get this out before the anime comes out. And goodbye. Oh, like, subscribe as well. Yeah, like and subscribe. Bye!